afternoon, everybody. Vasilis Girasis for ntmarkets.com. Well, we've seen a bit of uncertainty in the markets recently. The VIX spiked up about 40%. So we are expecting a bit of volatility going forward over the next few trading sessions. On the local front, we've also got the budget speech tomorrow. Some concerns of our minister looking to raise taxes, introduce carbon tax, and I think this could have a negative impact on our local rand. Then, of course, we've also got the uncertainty in Italy with the elections, also causing jitters and revisiting the euro crisis once again. So a little bit of concern going forward, but most importantly, I think the VIX spiking up, creating quite a bit of volatility. We are seeing the global markets and indices reacting to this volatility. They have pulled back quite nicely, could continue to go down further. Let's begin by looking at the JSE Top 40 graph. We can see on the graph that it has come back quite nicely off the 36,500 level. It is looking a little bit oversold at the moment. Broke through the 50-day moving average, as we can see on the graph, and we could see it possibly move down to about the 100-day moving average. But like I said, it is getting towards the oversold territory now, so it could put another leg down, and then we would look to go long. So our strategy on the JSE Top 40 to go long at 34,500 with a stop loss of 34,350, and our target price on this one will be 35,500 to the upside. If we look at the JSE Banking Index, this one is also looking quite interesting. We have horizontal support along here. If we just match up those tops there, we do have horizontal support at around about the 51,300, 400 thereabout level. We can see on the graph here that it is making lower tops, so in a bit of a downtrend. Our strategy on the banking index is to either go long above a break of 53,500. As you can see here, if it does break this downtrend and go up higher, then we could see a much higher move to the upside. Alternatively, could continue on this downtrend, so we would have a stop loss at 52,900 with a target price of 5,500 to the upside. But as I mentioned, though, should this continue to go lower, as an alternative strategy, look for the banking index to possibly fall to around about 51,500 and look to go long, at which point the RSI should also be looking a little bit oversold. If we stick with the banking theme now, we just look at Standard Bank. Standard Bank, quite an interesting graph. We saw it move up quite nicely from the 110 level, got up to about 120, and as we can see over here, consolidating quite nicely, a bit of a sideways movement. A break either way, either through 120 or below 116 would create a high probability trade. As we said, keep an eye on the banking sector. If it does break that level, that 53,500 to the upside, then our feeling is obviously that Standard Bank would more than likely break through 120 to the upside, and that would be the most probable trade. So on this one, look to either go short on a break below 116 or a long 120 to the upside. For the day traders, I suppose you could take it as a bit of a punt, as it is range bound between 116 and 120 at the moment. So for the short-term traders and the day traders, you could look to trade that range. So Standard Bank, our strategy is to go long at 116.10 with a stop loss of 115.75. Our target price 119.90, and as an alternative strategy, go long on a break above 120 with a target of about 124 or higher. Now I'd like to look at Billiton. Billiton also looking quite interesting. As we can see on the graph here, it has come back quite nicely from 310 Rand level. It is now approaching horizontal support over here at around about 275, and of course we've also got this upward trend line which goes back to about June, July, and so nearing quite strong support at these levels. We would look to go long at about 270, 275. As we can see, the RSI also beginning to approach oversold territory.